Good afternoon, Simsbury residents. I'm Town Manager Maria Capriola, and thank you for your time today. First Selectman Eric Wellman and I have signed an emergency declaration in response to COVID-19. It is intended to allow the town of Simsbury to take full advantage of the governor's emergency declarations related to COVID-19. The declaration is intended to allow us to be prepared for the possible effects of the pandemic on our community and to address the significant potential danger to public health posed by the spread of COVID-19, but also to help us address any possible shortages of supplies and equipment necessary to protect the public health and safety. The declaration will allow me to take necessary action for the purpose of ensuring civil preparedness and mitigating the effects of this public health emergency for the residents of the town of Simsbury. Town and Board of Education staff, along with our local emergency management officials, have been keeping in regular contact with the Farmington Valley Health District regarding COVID-19. As this issue is rapidly evolving, residents are encouraged to visit our website at www.simsbury-ct.gov for up-to-date information regarding cancellation of programs, suspension or modification of our services, and meeting cancellations. Residents can also obtain information from the town's Facebook and Twitter accounts. To keep our residents' employees safe, we are requesting that our patrons please refrain from visiting our public buildings. Beginning today, March 19th, until further notice, the following facilities are closed to the public: Town Hall, Ena Memorial Hall, the Simsbury Public Library, and our Simsbury Farms Administration Building. Staff will continue to work in our closed facilities, and we will be operational by phone, by mail, by email, and virtually through our online services. Urgent matters may be addressed by appointment at the discretion of staff. A secure drop box has been placed at the Town Hall entrance for the public to leave documents for town departments. A secure drop box has also been placed at Ena Memorial Hall to allow for donations and for the public to leave documents for the social services staff. We have canceled all non-essential town meetings, and our regulatory bodies will continue to meet on a limited basis. At this time, meetings of our regulatory bodies are closed to the public, but residents may watch those meetings live on Comcast channels 96, 1090, and Frontier channel 6071. You may also watch our meetings online at simsburytv.org. Residents may submit public comment in writing for those meetings to the town clerk's office. The town manager's office is coordinating response efforts with the Board of Selectmen, the Health District, our emergency management officials, our superintendent, and members of the leadership team. We have a remarkable group of talented and dedicated officials and employees who are working extremely hard for our community right now to ensure that our essential services remain in place. My office is regularly communicating with members of the leadership team to ensure continuity of services to the extent possible. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we move forward during these very difficult circumstances. I am joined today by First Selectman Eric Wellman and Police Chief Nick Bolter, Fire Chief Jim Baldus, and our Community Social Worker Rachel Loveland. And next on our agenda is First Selectman Eric Wellman.
I'm Eric Wellman, Simsbury's First Selectman. I have full confidence in Maria Capriola, the Chief Executive of this community, our Police Chief, emergency management officials, the Social Services Department, that they are doing what needs to be done to keep our community healthy and safe during this extraordinary time. I want to particularly thank our first responders and all town government employees and employees throughout our community who are in a public-facing role. Thank you, too, to the Board of Selectmen for your leadership during this time. I want to underline the seriousness of the public health threat that faces our world, our country, and our community. To my fellow parents, this closure of our schools is not a snow day. It's not a time for discretionary play dates, for sleepovers, for gatherings of any kind. Not a time for playgrounds or pick-up basketball games at the farms. I do understand the reality of being a working parent and that it's not always possible to heed this advice all the time. I do implore our residents to avoid optional gatherings with people outside of your immediate household. During this period of time, my second grade daughter will not be playing with friends. Instead, she'll be connecting with friends on FaceTime. My wife and I are not doing anything socially. We're limiting exposure to trips outside of the house to really only essential shopping and work. My thoughts are with the business community, especially our small businesses and those impacted by the governor's executive order and their employees. The Simsbury Chamber of Commerce and Simsbury Main Street Partnership are in daily contact with our local businesses. The Main Street Partnership has curated a list of restaurants that are offering takeout and delivery specials. These efforts are great, but they are insufficient. That's why I call on Congress to focus any kind of bailout or stimulus it passes toward those businesses and employees most directly impacted and most vulnerable to a lost paycheck. I believe I reflect many others when I say that I haven't been feeling completely like myself this past week. I'm worried and I'm anxious about many things. My daughter's education, people I love who are at a heightened risk for COVID-19, potential job loss, and that's certainly an incomplete list. Please know that however you're feeling during this difficult time, you're not alone. That's why I ask our residents to lead with kindness, to err on the side of kindness, to have a bias toward kindness. There's no doubt in my mind that as a country and as a community, we will get through this. But it will be much easier if we always remember to be kind to our neighbors, our educators, strangers in the supermarket, and employees that we interact with. I want to particularly thank the residents who reached out to me with offers to donate food, money, and even professional services. This community never ceases to amaze me with its generosity. We're in this together, and there's no place I'd rather be than right here with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I am Nick Bolter, Chief of Police. I think it's very important for this community to know that essential police services are intact. Our communication center is staffed with highly skilled dispatchers to receive emergency 911 calls and non-emergency calls at 658-3100 to provide resources for your needs and to provide you with information. Our police officers are patrolling the community, answering calls for service, and responding to your needs. Our detectives continue their investigations, and our support staff throughout the department continues to play a key role in the services that we provide. We modified some of the ways that we are providing services, but the essential services of public safety and protection have continued. This includes, but is not limited to, investigations, traffic safety, quality of life issues, animal control services, and records. The manners in which we conduct some of these services have changed slightly. Like many of you, we are exercising social distancing to do our part in the prevention of spreading the COVID-19 virus. The lobby of the police department is closed to the public except for emergencies. If you need any services, do not hesitate to call. If you have any questions or requests for accident reports, documentation, or permits through the police department, you can call the Records Division at 658-3125, or you can visit the Records Division section of our website at www.simsbury-ct.gov/police. The police department is in constant communication with our local, regional, and state leaders and governmental bodies, to include our local and regional police, fire, and EMS organizations, and our health department. We are also in regular communication with other stakeholders, private organizations, and associations. We understand that these are new, challenging, and difficult times for most of us. It's important for us to let you know that members of this department, town staff, and elected officials, our local fire and EMS services are here for you. If you need any police services, or you do not know who to turn to for information or assistance, police-related or not, do not hesitate to call us. We can help.
Hi, my name is Jim Baldus. I'm the fire chief here in Simsbury. And I just want to assure our residents in Simsbury here that we're ready to respond and are taking the necessary actions and steps to protect our first responders. We are encouraging social distancing. We've canceled drills and meetings, and we're now using technology to conduct virtual meetings with our staff officers in order to share vital information and operations discussions. Volunteer resources, as I'm sure you are aware, are critical to our ability to respond. We are monitoring daily our volunteer staff to determine their ability to respond. Any member who exhibits symptoms or has a family member with symptoms will be removed from service for a 14-day isolation period. We are reducing potential exposure by maintaining recommended distancing, limiting the number of first responders entering a building for investigations, but there will be little change to our response to significant emergencies such as fires, accidents, and rescues, as we know these are high life risk events. We are working with our surrounding towns to maintain mutual aid support, should that become necessary. We have limited access to our buildings, in particular our main station. While we are fully operational, we ask that the public looking for information or non-emergency assistance to call us at 860-658-1971, or if they do visit, please to be prepared to speak to our dispatcher using our video phone at the main entrance to our facility. We are certainly happy to assist in any way that we can. Our fire marshal's office remains open but has curtailed routine inspections. They are still in the office for anyone with questions or concerns and can be reached by calling 658-1971. The Office of Emergency Management is on top of the situation and is in constant contact with regional and state officials, providing the most up-to-date information, and all town concerns are being addressed in a timely manner. For up-to-date and accurate information, our residents can go to cdc.gov and ready.gov. Our local radio station, WSIM 103.5 on the FM dial, is ramping up with more live programming being scheduled, which will include local information from a variety of town sources. Farmington Valley Health, Town Hall, Police, Fire, EMS, Social Services, Chamber of Commerce, Main Street Partnership, and more, all gearing up to provide local information which we can relay to our community through daily updates that will be broadcast each evening. In the meantime, WSIM 103.5 FM will continue broadcasting its commercial-free music, which can be a great respite from the onslaught of information being constantly delivered through our media. WSIM can be streamed on your phone or on computer using the WSIM link found on our website at simsburyfire.org. Finally, on a safety note, while we need to be vigilant on steps to protect us from the spread of this virus, we must not let our guard down on the safety elements, especially at home. Be fire safe. Check to make sure you have working smoke detectors. Be careful using extension cords and don't overload electrical power strips. Please do not mix household chemical products together in an attempt to make sanitizers or cleaners. Mixing the wrong chemicals can quickly create a health or fire hazard unknowingly. Remember, call 911 if you have an emergency. All of our town services are ready to respond for your call to help. Our routine calls for information, please use the routine numbers that can be found on the Simsbury Town website or other agencies to a call for appropriate assistance. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Rachel Loveland. I'm the community social worker for the town of Simsbury. Thank you for being with us. Simsbury Community and Social Services staff have been hard at work this week helping to continue to meet your needs and support you in this difficult time. While our beloved Eno Memorial Hall is now closed to the public, we are still inside hard at work. This week, prior to the closure, we were able to distribute shelf-stable foods, toiletries, and gift cards to local grocery stores via our outside pickup. We were also able to do the same thing and provide a hot lunch to our seniors. We realize that this is a stressful time and many of your essential resources may be currently unavailable to you. I encourage you to read the list we have published on our website regarding those resources and how changes may impact you. I also encourage you to phone our office and speak with staff if you have additional questions or concerns. Later this week, we will be working to make outreach phone calls to our seniors and our vulnerable clients. We are also looking into additional online and virtual options to continue to support you. Social Services is accepting donations. We are encouraging donations of non-perishable food items, cash, and gift cards to local grocery stores, gas stations, and laundromats. There is a cart on our front step for donations of these goods and a secured lockbox for donations of cash and gift cards. We are maintaining a list of volunteers as well. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact us directly at 860-658-3283. We would be happy to speak with you and address any concerns. Thank you.
Thank you for your time today. Please know that your municipal government is here to support you during this very difficult time. Be safe and be well.